Hello everybody, my name is the Phooligan and welcome to today's Slow Flow, where we will prioritize connecting in with our bodies and opening up the lower body through various hip opening stretches. And today is an invitation to really drop into presence, so I invite you to go ahead, get a candle, get some incense, get something to ritualize this experience so that it really feels like a moment of self-care, because that is what you deserve today. And what I'm doing here is I'm giving myself a little bit of a energetic cleanse with Palo Santo. So if you have any of that, feel free to grab that as well. But when you are done cleansing, we'll go ahead, put our materials off to the side and come into our first pose. So bring the knees in front of you and then drop the hips over to the left, making a 90-degree angle with each knee. So the foot is in alignment with the knee is in alignment with the hip. Stretching the inner and outer hip here. And how this class is going to go is we will be in the same pose for 3 minutes, but this is not a yin class. I invite you to wiggle and move around as much as you want. I'm going to be moving around as much as I want in the video, but I also invite you to come into stillness if that feels more in alignment with your energy today. So you can kind of take this class how you want. You can move around as much as you want. If you want it to be a yin class, it could even do that for you. Really, the purpose of this moment is to come into presence with the body. So something you can do here is play around with the positioning of the hip. So bringing that right hip more forward, more back, seeing how it feels when you lengthen the spine upwards, engaging the core a little bit. Does it intensify the stretch? Do you feel it less? Play around here with your positioning since we have some time to hang out here and see what feels the best for you. And if there's any spots that feel particularly delicious, why not hang out there and allow your body to release. Also, don't forget to come into a deep breath here, breathing deeply into the tummy and exhaling everything out, allowing that release to take place. Another thing I do when I'm hanging out in this pose is I'll play around with the positioning of my upper body, which changes the sensation I feel in the hips. So we're going to be here for just a little bit longer. I'm going to be quiet, and you can go ahead and connect in with yourself here. Alright, you can go ahead and slowly move out of that pose and then bring your right leg on top of the left one, coming into shoelace or cow face position, where we will be stacking the knees on top of each other, feeling that stretch in that outer hip. Now, if you have more of a range of flexibility, your knees will be right on top of each other. If you have a bit of stickiness in your mobility in the hips, like me, you'll look a little bit more like me in the video here, where the knees aren't 100% aligned, but we're getting there. And if you have any props, any pillows that you'd like to use to stack up that knee, you can do that, or you can just hold onto your leg like what I do here in the video. And as we're holding this position, again, you don't have to be still. I invite you to play around with the positioning of your foot. You could flex the toes back. You could see where the knee wants to land if it wants to move around. Another thing I like to do is play around with the positioning of my hips. Now, traditionally in this pose, we want to keep an even weight between the left and the right hip, but maybe you want to bring it into a side bend. Today we're experimenting. Today we're playing around. So I invite you to move around in maybe a way that you wouldn't normally in this position, and notice the change in sensation when you do that, as well as lengthening the spine upward, engaging the core a little bit, seeing if that changes the experience at all for you as we continue to hang out here. I also invite you to release the jaw if you're holding any tension there, taking a big deep breath into the belly and then sighing it out. And if at any point you want to sound while we're going through this class together, please do. Know that you are welcome to sound out on a sigh, on an exhale, as it helps your body let it go. Letting go of all the stuff you no longer need. So deep breaths in, long exhales out. Feeling the safety that you've cultivated for yourself in this moment. Savoring it like it's a piece of dark chocolate, That's not something you want to rush past. That's something that you want to sit in and savor. Same thing with the sensations you're feeling in your body now. So we're here for just a little bit longer. If you want to come into stillness, you can do that as well. But just keep breathing deeply. All right, we'll go ahead and move out of that pose. So go ahead and extend that top leg outwards, and we'll come into a simple hamstring stretch. So getting nice and long with the spine, and then bending on over that right leg, keeping the right leg straight. Now, again, if you want to come into stillness here, you can, but you can also play around with the sensation of the side bend as well as the stretch in the back of the right leg. So you could bend your arm like I am here in the video and really activate the left side of the body. Or you could just bring both of your hands down onto the leg and kind of bypass that side stretch as I am right here in the video, so you can look more like this. Really what we're going for is an opening in the back of the leg as well as a stretch in the side body if you're going for that position. You could play around with flexing or pointing the toes back and feeling how that changes the sensation in the lower body. Breathing deeply into the lower belly and exhaling everything out as we hang out here. Go ahead and slowly move out of that position, bringing the knees back in front of you, and then dropping them over to the other side, repeating that first stretch we did, but on the other side. So bringing both of your knees into that 90-degree, foot in alignment with the knee, knee in alignment with the hip. Strengthening and lengthening the spine all the way up, as if there's a little string at the top of your head pulling you up. And then playing around with the hips. Again, you don't have to stay still. In fact, I invite you to play around, see how it feels to really push that left hip all the way forward, coming back. You could come back onto both of your hands. You could stay sitting straight up. Really, it's up to you and how it feels in your body. Bringing your awareness into even the bottoms of your feet, and then scanning that awareness up the calf, into the knee. How do the knees feel? And then up the thigh, into the hip. How's the hips feeling? And then even up the spine, coming into a full body awareness. Feeling your whole body alive with sensation as we play around in this posture. Deepening the breath deep into the belly. Exhaling everything out. Having fun, even feeling a smile come across your lips here. Feeling this beautiful moment that you have made with yourself here. Again, there's nothing you gotta do right now besides be with yourself. There's nowhere you gotta go. You have already arrived. I guarantee it. And you're allowed to come into this beautiful, spacious presence in this moment, feeling your own deliciousness in your body as we continue to hang out here. All right, go ahead and move out of that posture, bringing the left foot on top of that right knee and coming back into that shoelace position. So stacking the knees on top of one another, well, stacking the left knee on top of the right one, or going there. You know, you don't have to be all the way on top of one another. And you can either grab some props, stack up props to support the knee, or use your arms like I do. And how does it feel on this side versus the other side? You know, our bodies aren't symmetrical. You might have heard that before, but it's true. And I especially feel that when I am in this pose. Like, this is one of those poses for me that in my head, I want to do this one every day because my outer hips are so tight. But, you know, it's a work in progress. So know too, like, getting your knees stacked on top of each other isn't a better stretch than wherever you are. It doesn't go in order of like least good to better. They're all a good stretch as long as you're feeling a sensation in that outer hip. Like, you've already done it. That's the perfect stretch for you. I know for me, I can kind of fall into the trap of feeling like I'm not flexible enough or I'm not good enough. But truth is, we are all on a different place in the journey. What matters is that you're still showing up. What matters is that you still are engaged with yourself in a present way. And that being said, I am so proud of you for being here and taking the time out of your day to really love yourself and coming into a place of self-love, because that is the greatest gift, isn't it? That is the medicine. Self-love is the way we heal, is the way that we expand ourselves and become even brighter versions of ourselves. So, all right, I'm going to be quiet. And deep breaths, enjoy. I'll be back soon. All right, we will slowly move out of that pose and extend that left leg on out, coming into that hamstring stretch. So getting nice and long in the spine, getting as tall as you can, and then folding over, either bringing that right arm behind the head, bringing the hand behind the head, and then pushing the elbow up and back, really feeling that stretch in the ribs and even down into the hip a little bit. You could extend the arm straight, really reaching through the pinky, or you could square off your shoulders to the foot and just fold forward. Really depends on what feels good for you and your body today in this moment. I love doing the side bends here. It really helps me open up my heart chakra, and that feels so good for me too, because the shoulders are another area where I hold a lot of my tensions and stressors. So I like to add in that side bend here as well. Relaxing the jaw as we hang out here. Feeling your sense of presence. Feeling the opening that you are creating in the body. Creating space with each deep breath. And with that space that we are creating, we are allowing great change to come into our lives. Because when we create space in our lives, it's a signal to the universe that we are ready for something better. That we are ready for something even in more alignment with our future selves, with our dreams. So by taking the time here, today, in this moment, to create space, we are creating a brighter future for ourselves. And I know it almost seems far-fetched to say that you're creating a brighter future for yourself by stretching out your legs, but that is true. And I believe that to be true, at least. And, you know, if it feels right for you, take what resonates and leave the rest. But we'll be hanging out here for just a little bit longer. Savor it, enjoy it. I'll see you soon. All right, let's go ahead and move out of that pose. And now, looks like we've made it to the end. Now, if you want to lay on your back coming into Shavasana, you're welcome to do so. If you'd rather sit upright and come into more of a meditative seat, you can do that as well. But surprise, surprise, I got a little tarot reading for you here at the end of the class. So if you're in Shavasana, just go ahead and hang out. If you're sitting down, you can hang out too. I'm just going to pull a card to see how you're feeling, what you're going through, what you're experiencing. And my intent with this reading was to connect with the collective of people who will be watching this video, and what message would be in highest alignment for their highest good. Like, what do you need to hear right now that'll support you in your path? And Spirit took their time giving me the answer on this one. So I shuffled for quite a little bit, but I'm going to tell you the cards. Should I tell you the cards or should I keep it a secret? Oh my gosh. Should I tell you? Okay, I won't tell you. I'm going to be quiet for a little bit so you can drop into stillness, especially if you're in Shavasana, but, stay tuned. The revealing of the cards will be here before you know it. Bada bing, bada boom, here we go. Got some cards for you. So today I have pulled for you the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands. So the 3 of Pentacles to me is like a work in progress. And the 9 of Wands is someone who's experienced hardship and might even feel a little timid from all that they have experienced in life, rightfully so. And the 2 of these cards together to me is a signal that you are at a place in your life where you are working on something that you've been working on for some time. And you might be at a point where you're kind of crossing out of your comfort zone and expanding into a new place of being, which is a beautiful place to be, but you might have a little bit of timidness around that because of your past experiences. So allow this to be an invitation to feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.